A big shakeup in the NBA today. The league is launching a full review of its gambling policies following the recent arrests of Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier. A memo sent to all 30 teams said the NBA will be tightening how it handles injury reports, educating players and coaches, and looking to use AI to spot suspicious bets. Lawmakers are pressuring Commissioner Adam Silver for answers by the end of the month, asking how the league will prevent insider betting and clean up its code of conduct.
The fallout continues after a current NBA coach and player were charged in a sports betting scandal.
The federal investigation is also alleging mafia involvement in a sophisticated high-stakes poker scheme. Chapman News reporter Lauren Besso joins us with more on that.
Thanks, Lisa and Ainsley. The FBI says those poker games were elaborately rigged and cheated participants out of more than $7 million. So naturally, questions being asked, including how was it pulled off and how did it go on for so long? In 2018, the federal ban on sports betting was lifted and the industry has been growing ever since. There are now over 17,000 sports betting businesses, and according to the Pew Research Center, 22% of adults say that they have bet money on sports games in 2025. The popularity of sports gambling apps can be attributed in no small part to their celebrity sponsors who continually tell their audiences to keep on betting.
Some people call me Shaq, but you can call me Mr. DraftKings.
Time to take it to the house with DraftKings.
It's playoff time, and my partners at DraftKings got something really big.
UCLA professor Timothy Fong feels that this goes along with the normalization that we now see in sports gambling.
For years, people would not want to be associated with gambling because it was considered a vice, a sin, a part of the underground world. And now when you elevate gambling to say it is as normal as apple pie, hot dogs, hamburgers, and buying computers, it's just another commodity. Well, then that shame and stigma is removed from it.
In the indictments that were announced last week, we see how much the influence of celebrity can not only influence online gambling, but also in-person poker games. It is alleged that beginning in April of 2019, Portland Trail Blazers coach Chauncey Billups and former NBA player Damon Jones lured people into rigged poker games to scam them out of millions. The participants were told that they would have a chance to play poker alongside pro athletes, but a variety of what are described as very sophisticated cheating technologies were used, including a rigged shuffling machine and hidden cameras that could read cards.
You can actually take that deck, put a deck of cards into that machine, and then that machine will sort this deck out in order. The cheaters took that camera and used it for their advantage. They hacked the machine where they can utilize that camera to know what everybody is getting. And then that machine will actually transmit to the cheaters who's going to win.
The FBI says mafia crime members were also involved and assisted by hosting games and scaring or assaulting victims into paying their poker gambling debt. One victim alone lost nearly $2 million in a span of just 2 months.
We also entered and executed a system of justice against La Casa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese crime families.
As to the impact all of this will have on the NBA and the future of gambling in sports, Timothy Fong says,
We look through patterns of history. Invariably, if you go through media reports every year in the last 20 years, you'll find gambling scandals every year that show up that involve athletes or involve the mob or involve celebrities. I think now we've reached a point where will there be one or two stories that are just the tipping point that get either public interest diminished or public demand for more accountability?
An attorney for Coach Billups says he is a man of integrity and would never risk his professional reputation for, quote, a card game. The attorney says Billups looks forward to clearing his name in court. If you or anyone you know have any questions or concerns about gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Reporting for Chapman News, I'm Lauren Besso.